And just like that, we are live. I gotta do a little Discord plugin so everybody calm down. No.
Panic.
Panic. No, there's one. Oh,
Oh wow, Hugh's live.
wow, crazy.
Wow.
So cool. So kawaii. Oh gosh. Let's see. I plugged it there, plugged it there. Twitter just does it for me. And then one more. I need to get me a cool anime Twitch logo. I need to design one. I have like a Starmie like a Starmie theme kind of with a Persona Royale take on it. It's in the draft phase, but alas, I'm a dirtbag playing too much fucking Elden Ring. But
Only so many hours in the day. Many of those hours must be spent getting your revenge for being called maidenless.
it's true. It's true, my fragile ego. All right. We are live. It is I, Hugh, of Pokeboomers infamy. I'm joined by my fellow co-host, my frenemies, Big Vimbert.
Hello.
And my boy, Zedward.
Hi.
Gentlemen, how is your Friday? Your Friday, as they would say.
It's going pretty good for me.
Pretty great. Pretty great.
The weekend is upon us. All we have left is this last little hurdle known as the Pokeboomers, a collaborative Nuzlocke experience. If you're joining us for the first time, we appreciate the follow and we appreciate the stop. But I think we can just jump right on into it. If we want to start our weekend Nuzlocke off, we usually do this in the order of how fast we complete them. So, Zed, why don't you lead us off?
All right. Well, let's see. We started off with I had to go across the ocean. Or actually, no. First, I went to the Lake of Rage. And let's see. There I caught, not at Lake Rage, but on my way to it, I got Venonat. He went in the box. At the Lake of Rage for my encounter, I tried to get the red Gyarados because I have not actually fished or anything, so I hadn't got a Magikarp yet. And I got to the red Gyarados, and I tried to catch it, but it didn't work, and he just died. So no encounter there. Then we went to the little rocket hideout, and my encounter there was a Voltorb, but he self-destructed, so nothing there either. We beat all the
Classic
rockets.
Voltorb.
Yep, classic Voltorb. I should have seen it coming, honestly. Then I went to the Olivine City for the first time, actually, and on the way there, I caught a Meltank, which was pretty cool. I got both the cows now.
Pretty cool for you, not for us.
Fear.
Went through the lighthouse. That was pretty quick and painless. I think I was, at that point, I think I was kind of like maybe 5 levels higher than everyone or something. I don't know, but I pretty much ran through that. Then surfed across the ocean for real this time. I caught Tentacool, and I thought, oh, Tentacool might be good against next couple gyms. But unfortunately, when you bring jellyfish onto dry land, they don't do so good. And I definitely killed it in like 2 or 3 battles.
Wait.
So to a level 16 Raticate, the classic enemy there. So got that. And that was also my first loss. So
I know. I thought I thought you were in the clear, man. Here I was like, this motherfucker's gonna go through a whole Nuzlocke without a death, and I was gonna be salty.
I know. Which actually brought us down to a tie too.
Yep.
Let's see. So I recovered from that. I picked out some new Pokemon to train up. They were mostly flying and or poison types. so that they would resist fighting, because I did do a double down at the fighting gym. Uh, it at first I fought the Primeape with my Bayleaf, and that was no problem at all. But then I had to switch out Bayleaf because I didn't want to use super effective moves against Chuck, and the only attack it had was Razor Leaf. And so I had to keep switching Pokemon around. I got out a Butterfree who only could use Stun Spore or Sleep Powder because also his moves were all super effective. But I did get off the Stun Spore and I paralyzed it. And then I still had to kind of like switch around. And it kind of came down to my Coughing and his Poliwrath. And he kept landing Dynamic Punch on like every single hit, which is some bullshit accuracy if you ask me.
That's Chuck for you.
But so my Coughing was confused, and he was down to like, if I hit myself, I'm going to die, or I hit him, and he will die. It was like a 50-50 chance. I was like, I can't switch in anyone else, or they're gonna die. So I just kind of like pulled the trigger, and it pulled off. I got it. I got the win. So that was good. Coughing did good. He may come back again in the future. We'll see. After a small amount of extra grinding, I went straight to Price because I was only one level cap higher, so it really didn't take long. I was actually a little bit more nervous. For
Really?
Chuck, I was like, oh, I have like 5 Pokemon that resist fighting. Like, yeah, he's strong, but I have a lot of resistances. But for Price, I was like, all right, I'm bringing in a team I want for PvP, and half of them are not good against ice or water or ground, which is what he has. But it actually went pretty well. Huge took down his first 2 Pokemon, and then Chomp, my Miltank, took down his last one. And I also did a double gym for that, so I got 100 points this week.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the Chuck fight live, but I remember watching the VOD a couple days later and immediately DMing the little group chat like, holy, the balls of that Coughing play. But you were right, you were gonna kind of had to roll the dice, or you're gonna get caught in the death loop. You were gonna have to sack. It was either you kill him or you're sacking Coughing to get a clean switch in. Basically, is what it boiled down to.
I had a Nidoking who was at full health, and I knew he would be able to take him down, but I couldn't switch him into a Surf.
Yeah,
exactly. That would be a
So-
bad time and a half.
Yeah,
So I was like,
because you had him paralyzed, so you were gonna outspeed him if you got the clean switch in. But it was like fuck
Yeah.
around. I was like, I'm glad that wasn't me. But
Yeah, rough spot.
That's me.
All right. Well, for me, I did a lot of weird backtracking stuff this week because I was slacking on some encounters, and I was like, I need to catch up on things. So I headed over to the ruins of Alf, surfed and picked up a Wooper. Then headed all the way over to Olivine City, surfed on Route 40 enough to catch a Tentacool, and then I ran all the way back to New Barktown. This is all well before I get Fly, of course, and fished up a Chincho. Then I surfed all the way to Route 27 in Kanto, managed to headbutt a Pineco out of a tree, and kind of freaked out a little bit, but didn't manage to catch it before it self-destructed on me. Carrying forward my Vimbert Fails Encounters energy on display in Hugh and I's Soul Lock that we did, I proceeded to fail to catch anything headbutting in Cherry Grove and also Azalea. And then I headed towards what I actually needed to do for the week. Route 43 on the way to Lake of Rage, picked up a Giraffarig. Then Lake of Rage, I managed to not catch anything headbutting trees. Again, theme for the week. And after a bit of a struggle, in no way caused by me thinking I could flee from the red Gyarados, I managed to knock it out. Then rampaged through the Rocket Hideout with that Cop Lance. Had an Electrode refuse to get into the Pokeball by self-destructing, as Electrodes do. I then took to the water again, skipped Route 41 through liberal uses of Repel, and then dunked on Chuck with the boss, my Arbok. And then I returned to Mahogany and also dunked on Price, mostly with the boss. I actually felt a little bad kind of mentally comparing my Chuck fight to Zed's, because Zed, once again, just this absolute brawl, and my Arbok just kind of initiated the no fun allowed combo with attract, paralysis, and headbutt spam to try and get flinches.
Yeah.
So I made Chuck look like a joke. But that was my week.
I mean, it's a good combination. Like, I don't fault you for doing it. I would probably do the same thing.
No, yeah. The big, yeah. I don't want to. Yeah, we can't. No spoilers. All right.
Yeah. There's a little more.
There's a little more.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that later. All right. So my week for encounters, I picked up a Tentacool, a Mantine, a Voltorb, the Shuckle, and the Girafarig. I kind of thought about doing the thing that Vimber did, and ultimately I decided that I was like, I can wait. So when I went to do my PvE stuff, I went to the Lake of Rage, where someone in chat, who will not be named, was giving me a hard time about over-preparing for Gyarados. He must not be named. And
wow. How dare... Should have banned him.
I know, should have banned him on the spot. After he got done busting my chops about over-preparing for Gyarados, I defeated Gyarados. And I got that red scale, which allowed me to get the big experience share, thank God. The experience share is not only just great for leveling up Pokemon, but it's also great for going into gyms a little safer with level caps, because you can just distribute. You can just basically spread out the experience. You choose when you want stuff to level up with experience share. So that was huge, and that was like the first priority. After that, we went into the rocket thing and busted them all out. I managed to catch my Voltorb in the rocket thing. Big shout out to the homie Undertaker the Haunter, who was probably this week's MVP. He was the bomb defusal. He helped me catch the Voltorb. But yeah, and then he was Key and Chuck. But after that, we did a big old training montage where I leveled a bunch of unnecessary shit to over prepare for Chuck. And then that took me to Thursday, yesterday, where I did the double gym feature. So I went into Chuck, and it was a joke. Like I leveled up a Mantine basically for the beams. I was like, man, I really don't want to take the chance, but Mantine's water flying, so he's gonna do good. But ultimately came down to Undertaker the Haunter dunking on the Primate, because the Primate can only leer him basically. And then I brought in Gyarados, who just made Poliwrath look like a chump. So after Chuck was done, we went up to Price, and Tauros went basically on Price. So we had another 2 hard mode things. Yeah, I've never had a Tauros in my entire Pokemon career, and I don't think it's as good as Gen 1 Tauros, but
no.
If
it doesn't resist the fucking normal moves, Tauros will fucking mow it over, basically, is what I'm rapidly discovering.
And unfortunately, the only things that resist it are also like weak to his surf. So.
Yeah, exactly. And like we did hard mode, so we didn't have to bust out the surf. But yeah, like I said, Tauros has that surf coverage, although his special's not as strong. He kind of suffers from the special split. He has high special defense, but his special attack's pretty sad. And yeah, with those 2 hard mode victories, I think the hardest part of the week was deciding who my 6 was going to be for PvP this week. And ultimately, I made a dumb choice with Fearow. I thought I could maybe teach it a move, but its moveset is less than desirable for PvP tonight. But that was fine, and with the 2 hard mode victories and Zed's unfortunate Tentacool accident, we are now tied. So we brought it all back.
Might be our first tie ever going into a PvP.
I think it might be, yeah.
Sounds correct.
But Zed kind of already hinted at his honoring the fallen, but Zed, if you would like to say a few more words for your Tentacool.
He was a jellyfish. I caught him, and then I threw him in the dirt.
R.I.P.
That's about it for him.
What was the tentacle's
Cool.
name? What was his name? Was it Robert Paulson? His name. Everybody has a name in death.
It was a Kraken.
Oh, damn, that was a good name too.
Solid name.
I know, I gave him a good one. We're like cracking these fish on the ground. And I'll shut up now.
It's okay. You can stop. I also had some fallen. I kind of omitted them so I could go into a little more detail here. I was saving my Eevee, who I named Turing, and I had all kinds of wonderful plans, and then I had to kind of adjust on the fly when I was fighting Red Gyarados, because I thought I could flee from Red Gyarados. I lied earlier. I do that. And I had like 2 or 3 members of the team who were like level 23 or something, because I just caught them doing all that run around stuff. And yeah, Turing the Eevee kind of had to give his life to get a couple sand attacks off on the Gyarados to maybe allow me to survive, which wasn't great.
I thought you were gonna wipe on the Red Gyarados, bro. I was like,
I was really afraid I was gonna wipe on the Red Gyarados.
I was
a little nervous.
I was watching on stream. I was like, you're like, I'm gonna go start the Red Gyarados. I'm like, really? Like, what? You must have some kind of secret plan that I don't know about, you know? And then your secret plan was run. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh
yeah, I
no.
think there was like 30 seconds of like silence when I hit run, and it just gave me can't escape. Before I was like,
also, am I like fever dreaming this, or was it in Gen 1 if you ran and it failed, they got a move off too? Is that a thing in Gen 1, or is that not a thing? Am I crazy?
That's like every game.
Yeah.
Oh, well, doesn't it does?
I think the Red Gyarados is different because it's not like an attempt to run. It's just it's like a trainer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you
okay.
cannot run.
Yeah, because you like
It's coded like that.
because you like clicked run the first time and it didn't work. I was like, he's gonna start thrashing. This is gonna be a fucking bloodbath.
That I truly would have wiped if that had started happening.
Yeah.
That Red Gyarados just grabbed you by the skull and said, "Where you going, little man?"
Yeah.
Exactly. And unfortunately, I had a second death. Going through Chuck's gym, I was starting to get a little cocky. I was doing what I do, blasting the Lucky Channel, going through the trainers. I was like, oh, okay, this trainer's got him a choke. Well, my lead, I forget what it was, is not that high, and I don't want to overlevel my Arbok, so Goose, you can take down this guy. Got a Fire Blast off, and then it used, I don't even remember what, because my eyes just saw the word rock in the text box, and it's like, just I zoomed into that, and then I like looked up in my incredibly narrow field of vision and saw Goose's HP hit 0.
Oh my gosh, the homie Goose.
Yeah. I grinded up a Fire Blast for you.
Yeah, I will say that part hurts the most too. Fuck.
It really does.
And like you were
Pretty bad.
so close to greatness this next week. Spoiler: our level cap goes up to 40. He would have had that Typhlosion online.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it.
That's our first starter loss too.
It is our first
True.
starter loss in Pokeboomers
True.
history. To the homie Goose, we salute you.
Oh yeah, because Gen 1 they just kind of benched.
Yeah, Gen.
Well, yeah, they all got boxed.
Yeah,
They didn't have a chance to die.
They never got their shot.
I tried to kill Charizard leveling it, but it didn't. I got him like to 20 HP one time on accident. But other than that, yeah, no, that's our first starter death. Which is, and ultimately probably the best starter. Definitely the best third stage. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the homie Goose. R.I.P. to Kraken, and R.I.P. to Turig.
Me with the grass starters, kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with death comes new life.
It's true.
It's true. Bimber will bounce back. He's resilient. Kraken, we hardly knew you, Kraken. Sorry. All right, I think that brings us to our follow-alongs, yeah?
Yep. And I've got something here from Inception 7. I traveled around Johto collecting mons, caught a tentacle in Olivine that I of course named Hentai, went south and fished up a crabby named Money in Route 40, caught a mantine in Route 41 named Rip Steve. Moment of silence. After beating Price, I went to Whirl Islands and caught a horsey named Padme just so I could have a horsey. Heracross and Route 42, and that's about it. I don't do hard mode BS, so both gyms were chump change. Which, honestly, if you're following along, that's probably the way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah,
there's no point. So why why torture yourself?
You're setting yourself up for heartbreak doing the hard mode. That's all you're doing.
These hard modes, like, they shave more minutes off my life than if I was just smoking the whole time, I feel like.
Just go smoke a pack of cigarettes and you can have the hard mode experience. Go get you a pack of camel killers.
Don't do that.
We don't actually condone smoking.
We don't. My lawyer's actually calling me right now. All right.
So next up is the original sixes. He says, my encounters were pretty good this week, which included Machop, Heracross, Tentacool, Red Gyarados, and even a Staryu. But it wouldn't be Pokeboomers without a little disappointment, and so my sole Pineco encounter ended with a self-destruct. Both gyms went very smoothly, with Kadabra sweeping Chuck and Miltank sweeping Price.
I will say, has everybody failed to catch a Pineco at this point? I know I did. I was the first one to do it, like, right away. Like, as soon as I got to Elix Forest, I was like, I'm going to go catch me a Pineco, and nope. But
I have not even headbutt. I haven't fished yet, and I haven't headbutt any trees.
Wow, look at you on your high road.
I can't. Well, no, it's kind of just I overlook it. I'm like, ooh, grass, and I go for the grass, and I don't really try for anything else.
If I could time travel back and talk to my past self, I'd like just backhand myself and be like, headbutt's not worth it. You're just gonna miss a bunch of encounters.
It's just not something I've ever done. Like, even in my own normal playthroughs, like, I just never headbutt trees or really do fishing.
If I had known that gold version was fucking awful, I also would not have headbutted in Elix Forest. I would have been like, oh, I'm going to need an Oddish to get a fucking Leafstone in Kanto, and I would have got an Oddish in fucking Elix Forest, but I don't know. The headbutt trees have some merit. Heracross is really good in Kanto, like once it gets Megahorn, but up until then, you know.
Well, I would love a Heracross, but I'm pretty sure those odds are terrible.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not good.
But you got to risk it to get the proverbial Heracross biscuit. All right, so our point totals going into PvP. If you want to send me a challenge, Zed, while I get ready. Me and Zed and I are tied in first place with 350 points apiece. Vimbert in the third with 285. We're going to roll. Not bad. I just got to know which tree to headbutt. The laser sharp focus. Where's the thing? Sorry, here comes a really bad transition. As I make sure I have Showdown open. That's not the right Chrome tab. This is the right Chrome tab.
Oh my god, the lack of professionalism.
I know. It's fucking bad. We're in.
But I see that we are in. In the Crystal Palace, Zedward has sent out his Crobat and Malice. Meanwhile, Hugh Gaming, from the Palace of Gold, sends out Goldberg, the Ampharos. Gentlemen, let's have a good, clean Johto battle.
I love gold.
I wasn't gonna go there, but now it's been said. The immediate swap to Sawblaze, who soaks up that Thunder Punch. But surely that's not the only trick Goldberg has up its sleeve. Or maybe Hugh swaps out. And he does to Batista, who eats a Shadow Ball for about a quarter of his health.
That still did a lot of damage.
Yeah. Considering that's a
I didn't think that did very much at all.
Surprise. Thunder Punch doing a bit more and getting a paralysis, but Karate Chop gets resisted from that poison typing. Another Thunder Punch, bring Batista down to critical health. Seismic Toss gets a good hit on Sawblaze. And another Thunder Punch is going to finish Batista off. Hugh sends out Hitman, the Feraligatr. We got that final stage evolution at last.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Oh man. Hey, you guys got your second stage a week early. I don't want to hear it.
I'll never get my third stage.
Hitman will do enough living for everybody.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god,
Another
really?
Thunder Punch, immediate paralysis.
Really?
Hitman comes up with Ice Punch. Another Thunder Punch brings Hitman down to critical, but Surf finishes off Saw Blaze. Or Slaw Blaze.
Those double paras off those 2 Thunder Punches. Pretty good, huh?
Right?
Pretty good.
Definitely not hacks.
This is some Vimbert levels of RNG manipulation. I don't know. We're gonna have to... Judges? Trainwreck the Bayleaf comes out. Razor Leafs brings down Hitman. And it's Jericho the Firo. Of the much vaunted terrible moveset.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh. Pack still does good damage, though. Trainwreck gets up that Reflect.
Ooh.
Oh! Pursuit gives a little love tap to Trainwreck as Chomp! The Mill Tank comes out.
I respect your pursuit game there.
Ooh. Jericho uses Fly, dodges that Attract.
Oh my god,
Oh.
Jericho. Come on,
This is-
man.
As Stomp hits for about a quarter health. Fly with that 95%
Yeah.
accuracy.
Feels pretty bad.
Fly in a defense curl as we move into the next round. Fly hits for some damage. Stomp hits for some more. Here's a swap to Kevin Nash, the Umbreon. As Chomp curls up some more and gains even more defense. Kevin Nash soaks up that Stomp with his bulk and gets off a Confuse Ray. Got a confused cow. But is it worth it? No. There's a swap to Trainwreck, who takes a Sand Attack coming in. Kevin Nash whips out a Return. Trainwreck putting up that Reflect.
Oh, you
Confuse
stayed
Ray on the
in.
Trainwreck, who hits himself, probably stopping a Synthesis. And Return is going to take Trainwreck down. Kevin Nash adds a notch. As Malice the Crobat comes out for a little revenge. And we got a Confuse Ray, but the Bitterberry snaps him out as the Confuse Ray goes out.
Well.
I was like gonna joke that was what was gonna happen, but then it literally did. Incredible. So there's a withdraw. Jericho comes out, immediately gets confused, eats that Bitterberry. That's Reflect Fades for Zed's team. These are 2 speedy Pokemon that are out here. Interested to see who's faster than... Yeah, it's Malice. Who crits a wing attack to take down Jericho. Goldberg the Ampharos comes back out. The opponents stare each other down, beady eyes to beady eyes. As Chomp the Miltank comes back out, eats a Thunder Punch, gets crit for a nice amount of damage.
Yo, where's my para, though?
Oh, no.
Quick
Doesn't matter, 'cause a second Thunder Punch takes him down.
Oh, the Mad Catter.
Mad Catter the Kadabra. Fear him, dread him, run from him, he arrives all the same. Comes out with a Fire Punch. Goldberg soaking that up pretty well as a Thunder Wave goes out to paralyze that speedy Psychic Kitty. Headbutt for good damage. Full para on Mad Catter. Another headbutt. Mad Catter's at critical, but does get off a Psybeam for some damage. But another headbutt's going to finish off that cat. And it's huge, the ferret.
Huge.
The only shiny currently remaining in Pokeboomers, at least among the hosts. Who digs, dodging a Thunder Wave. I really like how Dig looks on Showdown, can I just say? Just like kind of transparent. Oh, at least if you're...
I'm down here.
I'm down. I'm just chilling.
What?
Dig goes out for big damage, but Goldberg survives and manages to get a Thunder Wave off on Huge. That's pretty huge. Quick Attack makes quick work of Goldberg, though. As it's Rhino the Tauros coming out. Return, Chunk and Huge for half health. Headbutt only doing a little more than a quarter. Full pair on
Oh,
Huge.
are we speed tied?
No, that was
Oh,
probably
quick claw.
Attack, I'm
Quick claw.
guessing.
Oh, quick attack. Yeah.
But yeah, Huge goes down. It's all up to Malice now, who gets out that Confuse Ray. And Rhino hoofs himself in the face. Malice uses Fly.
Of
Rhino
course.
snaps out of Confusion. But that return does go wide thanks to the Fly maneuver. Fly doing about a quarter health. Turn Chunk and Malice for good damage. Classic Confuse Ray maneuver. But return, the strength of its loyalty. Malice at crit health now. Oh, as Kevin Nash comes out. Hugh looking to use that Umbreon bulk. Fly hitting for about a quarter. There's a... Oh yeah, multiple returns. I forgot that's a thing. And Hugh takes the W.
Good
GG.
battle. Good job.
Whew. I was really after those two thunder punches both paralyzed me. I was like, it's gonna be one of these games. Oh,
You still got the W.
the dubs.
Challenge is sent. We are in.
All right. Starting off in the silver corner, we have Vimbert with the one and only The Boss. And Hugh Gaming starting with Kevin Nash, the Umbreon. Gentlemen, go. The Boss using Glare.
Ooh.
And it works. The paralysis keeps Kevin Nash from moving. And a flinch from the headbutt. The Boss uses Sludge Bomb. Pretty good damage, but Kevin Nash gets off that Confuse Ray this time. Confusion works. The Boss hits himself, and Kevin Nash starts the dirty sand attacks. Kevin Nash is just the dirty player. Ooh, Vember switches to Kibo, but Kevin Nash hits pretty hard with a critical hit return, doing almost 50% damage. Kibo sets up the Reflect, but Kevin uses Confuse Ray again. Gets off the quick attack, and then Kibo hits itself in Confusion. Didn't take too much damage that turn, though. Only about 10%. Confusion breaks, and he does get off a Swift. I gotta say, this Umbreon is bulky.
Oh lord,
I know that's Umbreon's thing, but like, goddamn. This thing's a problem.
Yeah.
Kibo uses Fly, and gets a bit more damage. Kevin gets off another Confuse Ray, and the Reflect is gone. Luckily for Kibo, Umbreon does not hit hard at all, so even without the Reflect, he does not go down, and he gets up another Reflect. There's another quick attack. Kibo hits himself in confusion. Despite both of those, he does not take much damage in each turn, hanging on by 1 HP. Oh, but he hits himself in confusion, even with the paralysis.
Cool.
Couldn't quite pull through. But that is our first loss, but Kevin Nash looking a little worse for wear now. Vimbert decides to send out Now as his revenge killer. He gets off the Confuse Ray. Is Kevin going to respond? He does, with his own Confuse Ray. And guess what? We have... I'm pretty sure I saw this before.
Wait a minute.
I don't know about that.
Well, there goes the Confuse Rays again. Kevin unable to return, though, because he is paralyzed that turn. And once again paralyzed. Paralyzed and confused. He does not have a good chance of moving. Now taking advantage of it. But he does get off a quick attack before getting taken down. Not a lot of damage, but every bit counts. That's one loss on each side. This could be anyone's battle. Hugh sends out the big Feraligatr. Vimbert stays in, uses Confuse Ray, and it pulls off because he does hit himself in confusion. And he goes up for that fly. Hitman hits himself in confusion again. Here comes Now, flying down to do some damage. About a quarter of the damage. Hitman gets through that time, uses Ice Punch, freezes Now. Oh no. Oh, Now. Now is frozen solid. All he can do is sit there while Hitman soaks him with surfs. What a turnaround. He did bring Hitman down to 50% health, but that freeze, that was big. Vimbert now deciding who to switch in to take down the rest of Hitman's health. And it's Nagito, the Lantern. Hitman goes for a bite. Not a ton of damage. Nagito gets off a Confuse Ray. Vimbert pulling off a few Confuse Rays this week.
It's like everybody on your team has Confuse Ray or something.
Hitman once again hitting himself in confusion like before. Nagito used Thunder Wave and paralyzed him as well. So Hitman pretty crippled at this point. And there's the spark and a critical hit, taking down Hitman. Once again, the teams are tied 4-4. This is a very evenly matched battle. He sends out Goldberg as Ampharos in response to the Lantern. What are we going to do? Vimbert switches to Mizuki, possibly expecting an electric attack, but that didn't really matter because it resists normal as well. He gets off a Mud Slap, which is pretty cool. Hugh Gaming, no matter who he switches into, gets that accuracy drop. Oh, but he's got the Foresight. Does that hit through accuracy? I'm not actually sure. Vimbert switches out his Graveler, sensing that Foresight attack. He switches to Boss, just in time. Batista does get off a hit despite the accuracy drops. The Boss uses Sludge Bomb and poisons Batista with it. Batista whiffs that Seismic Toss, the accuracy starting to show. He goes for a Glare for some reason, even though Batista's already poisoned. And Batista took advantage of that mistake and landed a Seismic Toss. But the Boss did finish him off with a Headbutt.
Somebody has a text.
Sorry. Hugh sends out Jericho. Trying to use that as a revenge killer to take down the boss. The boss hanging on by 37% health. Jericho, Hugh possibly predicting a switch, uses Pursuit. The boss lives long enough to pull off an attack. Now Hugh has to decide whether he stays in or switches. And he switches. The boss goes for a Sludge Bomb. Gets off another poison. I think Sludge Bomb might have like a good chance of poison, like maybe 30% chance. It's not
30.
bad.
Yep.
Yeah. But Rhino the Tauros does not care about poison. It kills the snake. Once again, we are tied 3-3. Vimbert sending out his other water-type Pokemon, Edgeworth the Quagsire. With a good bit of bulk and Tauros poisoned, he might be able to outlive his opponent. They both headbutt each other. Tauros doing much more damage. But Edgeworth able to soak up a couple of those. Oh, but he flinches. He is not getting an attack off that turn. They're both sitting around 37% health. So it's pretty close either way. Oh, but Tauros uses the return. Much more damage. Takes down Quagsire. And no poison damage this turn because of the KO. Vimbert switching to Nagito. Will he be able to take down Tauros? Poison damage. Oh, going for a Confuse Ray, interestingly enough. Tauros within KO range. But the poison will not be enough to take him down alone. Hugh switches, trying to save Tauros, possibly as a swift revenge killer. Jericho comes in and soaks up that Surf. And he goes for the Fury attack. 1, 2, 3, 3 hits. Nagito gets off a paralyzing Thunder Wave. Will he outspeed Furo now, though? I'm not sure if he can. He can outspeed him, and he gets off the Surf. Paralysis checks too, which means Nagito gets off another attack and is able to take down the Furo. We are down to 2-2 now. But Goldberg on Hugh Gaming side and Ampharos at full health. He has not seen the Wages of War yet. Nagito hanging on at 14%. Does manage to get off a Confuse Ray before getting taken down by Headbutt. Not enough to take it down. Mizuki, the last one. Having the advantage of resisting all of Goldberg's attacks with that magnitude. Goldberg hitting through confusion, though, which is impressive. Oh, and there goes the confusion. A little bit more damage there before Mizuki takes him down. We are down to the 1-1. This has literally been a tie battle the entire time. Will Rhino be able to take down Mizuki before Mizuki gets him? This could be the final round here. Oh, but he has the Surf.
Quick Claw, if there was ever a time for you to work. GG.
GG, good match.
Looking cool,
Very
Joker.
good. You guys were like 1-1 the whole time.
Yeah, that was a slugfest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And challenge sent.
You were faster than me.
Nope, I do not want to challenge, remember? I want to watch. Sorry.
Rematch.
All good.
Watch
We're
a
in.
battle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the Crystal Palace himself, we have Zedward leading with that tried and true Malice, the Crobat, and in the Silver Surfer, Vimbert, leading with that Nagito, that good Lantern. Gentlemen, let's go to war. The immediate switch to Trainwreck as he comes in on the Confuse Ray. Here comes the boss, the Arbok for Vimbert, though. Trainwreck launching a Razor Leaf resisted by that poison typing of the boss. Here comes Malice the Crobat back out as Sludge Bomb comes out. It's resisted. Still doing a respectable 18% damage, though. Confuse Ray goes out. Attract goes out. The boss doing the seductive jiggle that it's known for in the PvE environment.
Man, that jiggle, though.
That jiggle, though. Here comes Sawblaze, the Neoking. Confusion ends abruptly as the headbutt goes out for 18% damage. Here's Thunder Punch. Attract goes back out again. Lands it. He only has 22 more of those, Zed. You're good. Only 22 more attracts. Here's Malice, the Crobat. Coming in on that glare, though. Catching Malice with the para. Headbutt goes out 19%. The Confuse Ray manages to find its mark through the para flinch setup. Here comes Nagito, the Lantern, resisting that wing attack from Malice. Surf goes out, 32% damage. Confuse Ray on Nagito. The theme of this week, folks, Confuse Ray. Nagito hurts itself in confusion, maybe predicting a switch there. However, it doesn't get it, so Confuse Ray just goes wide instead. Surf goes out, takes down Malice. Here comes Chomp, the Miltank. A very confused Nagito sees the cow in his headlights. Proverbial lantern headlight. Singular. Now the Crobat comes out and immunes the Attract.
Game Freak said no gays.
He said it, I didn't say that. The Stomp goes out. However, the Confuse Ray finds its mark. Chomp stomps, folks. Chomp stomps. There's the Bite and the Flinch to go with on the top of that Bite. Bite again. Another Flinch.
What?
Bite. The three-peat? The three-peat! Holy!
This is RNG's world and I'm living in it.
Here's a Bite. He snaps out of the confusion and he gets a Milk Drink off. Confuse Ray going back out. Chomp's confused. He pushes through and gets
your
that
bat's
stomp.
mouth away from my cow.
It just wants a burger.
It wants a Borga. Same. Critical hit on the Bite. Flinches again. Holy!
I can't even hit myself in confusion.
Yeah.
You won't even give me that.
You won't even give me the chance. Bite keeps going. There it is. He manages to hurt himself in confusion. Chomp takes another chomp. Oh, there's the Milk Drink resolved. There's another Bite, another critical hit, and another flinch.
I hate this.
Big Chomp again, and another flinch. Holy! Zed handling this a lot better than I would be right now. Sawblaze comes in on the Bite. Here comes Mizuki the Graveler. The Thunder Punch gets immuned. Correct, it was a 6 out of 7 flinch count, and the only other time it didn't flinch him, he hit himself in confusion. So there was 7 turns where Zedward did not get to play the game known as Pokemon. He comes in. He comes in on that magnitude 7. However, only does 19% damage. Kibo coming out. The Nocturne. Trainwreck setting up that try and true reflect. Kibo says, "I also have a reflect." You guys can't make any friends if you keep setting up walls.
Damn, that's deep.
I know, right? Kibo finds the hypnosis on the Switch.
What do you have
However,
against Miltank?
Miltank doesn't get to play this game. It's all that pent up Whitney aggression. Here comes Edgeworth the Quagsire. Miltank's still taking a little nappy. Big Quagsire, Edgeworth derping out. However, he manages to get Miltank down. Here comes Trainwreck the Bayleaf. Reflect drops on the side of Trainwreck, however. Zedward with 4 Pokemon. Vimbert still holding strong with 6. Here comes now the Crobat. Once again, the Razor Leaf goes out resisted for 5% damage. That quad resistance on Crobat. Confuse Ray going out. Trainwreck hurts itself in confusion. Here's the Wing Attack, super effective, 58% of damage, and hurts itself in confusion, taking Trainwreck out. Here comes Sawblaze, the Nidoking.
I'm just impressed at this point.
you transcended the anger, and you're just in acceptance. You're at that
Like,
stage
I
of
just
grief.
can't do anything, man.
You guys thought it was bad when I was a rap enjoyer in Gen 1.
There's the double kick, though, finding his mark, doing good chunks. Mud Slap goes out, super effective on the Nidoking, dropping that accuracy. Sawblaze at 44% HP, Mizuki at 63% HP. Here comes the double kick, it still finds its mark, however. Bringing Mizuki down to 25%. Here's Magnitude, critical hit, super effective. My turn counter is scrolled up for some reason. It was a Magnitude 7. Mad Catter coming out for Zed. The Ice Punch is enough to get her done. Mizuki goes down, bringing Zed his first KO, Bimber's first loss of the match.
At least I got one.
There you go. Quagsire, Edgeworth comes out for Zedward. Psybeam goes out, 35% damage. Earthquake, stab, Earthquake, one, and
Earthquake.
yeah. If you
Are you kidding me?
if you delay it,
Cooper learns Earthquake at level 31.
Yep. Here comes Huge, the shiny boy standing strong
Come
in the
on,
face of
Huge.
danger. The headbutt.
It's on you, buddy.
Oh god. However, Huge kind of soaking up that's impressive. It only did 46% of his HP.
Alakazam is about as dirty as a piece of paper.
Huge, you got it. There you go. Huge manages to get her done. Takes down Edgeworth. Crobat now coming back out for Vimbert. Quick Tack finding its mark of
Not without a
17.
fight.
I respect that, Zed. I respect that.
And
Oh, man.
Vimbert takes the W.
GG.
My first double loss of the season.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the club.
It started off so well.
Welcome to the club. Inception from the peanut gallery to shower after that. I will say Zed's handled it a lot better than I would. It's a testament to Zed's patience. So
I mean, that just goes to prove how this isn't just a game of like strategy and strength, but also just a game of pure luck.
it's just dumb luck
I mean,
sometimes.
my strategy is luck.
Exactly. Good, I guess. It worked.
All right. With those out of the way, I go into the lead with 380 points, which is good because I probably won't be able to hard mode Jasmine. And then Zed's in second place with 350. Vimbert going up to 300 after his win, correct? I did the math right?
Yep.
All right. So that brings us to our outro. The match was, I just strained my hollering because y'all could hear me. The chat going wild. All right, I just went over our new point totals. And next week, we have decided that we are going to go after Claire. So it's going to be another double gym. We got Jasmine, whose level cap for that is 35. And then Claire and her Kingdra will be level 40 for that level cap.
God.
Our PvP level cap will be 40 this week. Also, along the way, don't forget you got a rival battle and some rockets to clear out before you can get to Claire. So our host will also be doing that. Next, I was telling the chat earlier, our private DMs, that my two favorite weeks in a Nuzlocke is, well, in this situation where we're doing PvP, is the second week when everybody still has low-level Pokemon, but the teams are more diverse. And we didn't have that necessarily in this gen because we did 2 gyms right away.
It's kind of the first.
Yeah, that was
week
just
for
our
us.
first week. For
Yeah,
us,
because we did 2. But then this is also my I think my second favorite week because we'll see all the final stage evolutions come online. So we'll start to see some more pizzazz and more big hitters. But we got kind of a dangerous week of PvE ahead of us, I think. It's probably about as dangerous as it's going to be for a while with those rockets and then Claire mostly.
Yeah, I've been trying not to think about that Kingdra.
Yeah, it's not the worst Kingdra we'll face in our Pokemon journey, but it is a Kingdra nonetheless.
Who else has Kingdra? Lance?
Juan in Gen 3.
I thought you had this game. Okay.
Juan's Kingdra's stuff of nightmares, but
Can't wait.
all right. Well, if you guys want to go ahead and plug your Twitch channels in the chat.
Sure.
I of course am Hugh. I basically only stream Pokemon right now. We're gonna wrap up our Elden Ring playthrough off stream. Sometimes your boy just needs to take a little break and play something off stream. So right now we're just mainly focused on Pokemon. I'll be playing tomorrow. I'm hoping for 2:33 is what time I'll be starting tomorrow. Central Daylight Time. I've been corrected. And then after that, we will be doing. We'll be finishing up on Thursday and of course Friday. So just 3 days a week for now. And yeah, Vimbert, you want to go with plug?
I am at, I put that in the chat there, twitch.tv/Vimbert. I do Pokeboomers stuff Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I tend to make a lot of dumb gambles that occasionally pay off, as y'all saw, and sometimes they don't pay off. I also do a variety stream on Saturdays where I play a different game every 30 minutes. That's happening a little later than Hughes. I'll probably push it a bit, just so give Hughes some nice clear airtime where I'm not stepping on him.
And I am Zedward from Play Together, Stay Together, where me and my wife play games together. Tomorrow she's playing Don't Starve. Sunday I'm playing Pokemon. Monday I'm playing Sky. Thursday we're playing more indie games, random indie games. And that's our schedule.
Well, there you go. Oh, excuse me. We also have a Discord that I just linked there if you want to follow along with us on this crazy Pokeboomers journey. We'll shout you out if you send me a message. And then we also post our updates there for going live. We post memes. We talk about all sorts of stuff. It's a good time, good community. A lot of people in the chat are involved in the community. They can vouch. It's a pretty all right place. But yeah, I think now we're going to go ahead and transition. Elden Ring stream. No. I just dragged my PS5 into my living room. I'm not ready to drag it back. But we'll be transitioning to Pokeboomers After Dark. So what Pokeboomers After Dark is after this is all those that are following along. If you got your teams ready and you're ready to throw down, we put burlap sacks over everybody's head. I take you to an unmarked location on a map, and then we battle our Pokemon, and it's a little more relaxed. Vimbert usually pours himself a bourbon, but
yep,
it's a good time. So we're gonna kick it over to that. I'm Hugh, and the strength in me honors the strength in all of you, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.